Welcome back to the Duckverse timeline. This is going to be part 2. So make sure that button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it. Now, I'm going to keep this timeline available. I'm going to post a picture of the full timeline once it's done, and also I'm going to try to add to it if anything else pops up, or we think of anything else. So, let's dive right into it. The character mentioned in DuckTales 2017, known as Goldie Old Guilt. And so we'll put that over here. And she's also mentioned to be going on adventures and stuff with Scrooge McDuck all the way back to the Klondike. So Goldie Old Guilt was there back in the days of the Klondike, but she doesn't appear. So she does. She also appears in the 1987 DuckTales. So I'm gonna write that right here. Goldie. So the fact that she knew Scrooge and the Klondike, and with the cosmic split, she was still able to be in both DuckTales series. So she's just as old as Scrooge at this point. I mean, she's got to be 150 years old in DuckTales 2017, and she's about 80 years old in DuckTales 1987. So, yeah. Anyway, so Goldie is another character that just kind of mixes the two timelines together, which is nice. I also want to discuss the mind. I actually made a video a long time ago about who do the Seven Dwarfs work for, and it's actually discussed in a comic book that they work for Scrooge. Like, it's canon in the Disney comic books. The dwarfs cracked all those diamonds for Scrooge, and that was in 1883 to 1884 when he sold the mine. So in 1883, Scrooge hires the dwarfs to dig the diamonds out of the mine, and the events of Snow White kind of happen in between, which at some point Scrooge sells the mine. So Snow White even though she's not a duck, she's part of Duckverse now. Boom. Another character in the Duckverse would be Flintheart Glumgold, who is another rival of Scrooge McDuck's. And we see him appear in both DuckTales. So we have Flintheart Glumgold. And we also have Flintheart Glumgold. Now we get some of the storyline from both these DuckTales and flashbacks of Flintheart Glumgold working as a miner. So basically, In the original timeline, he was originally depicted as a miner. He was originally depicted as a miner, and then in the alternate timeline, he was depicted as a Scottish descent. We have Flint Hut Glomgold here at some point. Competing with Scrooge for the mines. We don't know the full backstory, but there it is. Make sure you go to repsports.com, that's reppsports.com. Use coupon code JohnnyBoy, save yourself 15% off. So we're going to talk about one more duck to add to the Duckverse for today, for this part 2 video. And that is Magic of the Spell. So, let's start with that. So Magic of the Spell, in the year 1961, there was a thing about Scrooge Duck selling his first dime to her for $1, and she refused to break the deal, and Scrooge eventually stole the dime back. You know, he got his number 1 dime in 1877. 1961 doesn't make sense because that's 4 years before he died. He had billions of dollars. He didn't need to make that trade. So I like to think within this timeline that would have happened probably somewhere around here. So she always wanted this time. It's like a magical artifact to Scrooge's success. So in both DuckTales, 2017 and in the 1987 version, Magic of the Spell shows up and again tries to take the dime. So she's won the dime ever since 1882. So we have Magica, Spell, and we also have, I'm running out of room. Magic of the Spell is now in both timelines. So it seems that whatever characters kind of show up before the cosmic split stay within the timelines and would be the same age as Scrooge would be in these timelines. Because they were around in the past, the cosmic split created them to go to both timelines, whereas Donald Duck was born in 1981 and 1920. So anything that happened after the cosmic split created those characters to, new characters to kind of adapt differently, if that makes sense. That's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Duckverse, the full Duckverse timeline expo. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really appreciate it. I know it looks kind of crazy and convoluted, but it makes sense. Please comment down below your thoughts on this timeline. Let me know any other ducks that you know in the franchise that you want me to kind of include and find a way to interact them within the timeline. With that being said, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you hit that join button. It really helps me out a lot. Check out my merch store down below. I'm gonna be working on trying to get something similar to this. So keep an eye out for that, and see you guys next time. But before you go, make sure you check out that video, which is part 1, and the entire Duckverse playlist above. See you guys.